There's 2 levels of 100%ing that game. There's the achievements.
I'm going to let you keep talking because the more you talk, the cooler you are.
I know.
Welcome to the Nerd News Podcast, starring Tyson Cox and Tyler Waltz.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Nerd News, where each week we come at you with the freshest, nerdiest news that we can find. And we're just a couple of scrappy brats. And that's our new brand, Tyler.
I don't think it is.
We'll try.
Shouldn't be.
I am your host, Tyson Cox, and joined with me, as always, is my beloved co-host,
Tyler Waltz.
How you doing, bud? You have a
pretty good.
We're coming up post-Thanksgiving.
Yeah. I think this will be the Thursday episode, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And just Thanksgiving was a lot.
Yep.
How many did you go to?
One.
That's nice. That's good.
Well, it's because I've grown up enough to go, I don't want to go to so many. It was 0, but then my buddy in town was like, I'm making prime rib. And I was like,
I'm going.
Yeah, I could buy a $4 Costco pie for a plate of prime rib.
That's wild. Like, the Costco pie game is bonkers.
I'm so mad at how much me and Rena will be like, dude, Costco is kind of great.
Yeah. It's amazing. Like, I can walk out of there with the biggest pie I've ever seen and a whole ass rotisserie chicken, and I'm under $10.
Yeah,
and I might get a hot dog. Like, it's insanity.
Hot dog has a drink with it too.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But so just a heads up, this is gonna be the news cycle is drier than your aunt's turkey, because this is the dead zone for news and news releases and whatnot. So unless somebody does some horrific stuff.
Right.
And like E-Entertainment reports on it. Well, we're not going to really.
E-Entertainment. We're not going there.
No.
No, I would rather give up the show than go E-Entertainment.
I couldn't think of a single. I was like, I don't know who would do G4. No, they're gone.
Yeah, they're gone too.
But so we're going to we got a couple of things to talk about later. We're going to be chatting about Pokemon and Evil West and some stuff like that. But
nice. Yeah, we got some fun stuff. There were some like side little kooky things, but no like big news.
Yeah.
We were kind of talking, and when it comes to like gaming, early November, that's when everything happens because they want to get in.
Yeah, you release the game of the year under the buzzer.
Yep. Yeah, right. Yeah. But yeah, it's like early November is always how it's been because you get in just in time for it to be new. It maintains its $60 price. The people that are diehard and love it are going to get it immediately. Mm-hmm. Everybody else is getting it for Christmas.
Yep.
So like it's ideally like on a market wise the best time to release.
Yeah. Worst time for 2 scrappy brat podcasters.
Yeah. Yeah. No, December is like the dead zone.
Yeah.
December and like early January are kind of the dead zone for most creative things.
Yeah.
Because everybody's so focused on the holidays.
Well, and I mean, just as like people in entertainment industry, we also know that it is horrible. People really don't like to go out and do stuff. Yeah. Movie theaters have a nice little win.
Yeah.
Because you want to go with your family. You're like, I want to be with my family, but I don't want to talk to them for 2 hours.
Right. And it's warm in here.
Yeah.
There's actual heat in the building.
But so yeah, we got a bunch of stuff coming up for like us personally, like coming out in January, February.
So excited. Like it was just out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like things that were part of our like life goals in a certain way, like dreams that we've had are getting their foothold in January, it's insane. It's so refreshing.
It is really cool. It's so there's this new artist that I like. Shout out to Bug Hunter. Been jamming on him. He's like if Motion City soundtrack was more upbeat,
okay,
and less keytronic and more acoustic.
Cool.
Or if like who is it? Like the Front Bottoms, like that kind of.
Never heard
of them.
I've never heard of them.
It's just like very like guitar heavy, but just super depressing songs.
Okay.
But it sounds like upbeat.
Oh, right.
But Bug Hunter is actually like more upbeat. He's actually sounds like a real nerdy dude. He seems like he'd fit real well. So check him out. He's really good. But
has there always been music that is very sad but upbeat? Because like my attention was brought to it with Pumped Up Kicks. Like everybody jammed to that song, and then you hear 2 sentences, and you're like, "Oh my god!"
So there's varying levels of it. I think where there's like Pumped Up Kicks, which is very much like poppy, and it's like the meaning. You look up the lyrics and you go, "Oh,
yeah,
that's always been around."
Yeah,
because that's
to this degree, because like I'm trying to think if you go way back, like Jump. You ever heard the song Jump? You might as well jump. Like that whole song, it's very upbeat, but deep, like behind the surface, it's not what it really...
Well, there was that one popular band, like, it was like, I wish you would step back from that ledge, my friend.
Yeah, and every middle schooler was just like, absolute beautiful song.
Yeah.
The new Mozart.
Mozart too.
But
then like what, Semi-Charm Kind of Life's all about doing meth.
okay.
Do 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 do.
I didn't know that.
Back
I didn't
in
know that
about
one.
there even is a line where he's like hitting the bowl or something like that. It's like a very, very upfront.
Huh.
Yeah.
I guess I don't really know the lyrics to that song.
Yeah, most songs, if you look into it, you're like,
Pretty dark.
oh.
Yeah.
Like in that one song with a good drum solo. Do 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 do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's about a guy drowning.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, that one doesn't come off as like poppy or like upbeat. Like the whole
Fair.
thing is kind of, this big symphonic kind of feeling thing.
True.
What a great song.
Yeah.
Just such a good song.
We got time to kill. You want to throw it on?
Yeah. Yeah. I guess we could get into the couple things that we did want to talk about.
Yeah. We'll tell you about all the stuff we're doing later at the end. But
What you want to start with?
let's go ahead and because we watched a review trailer for Evil West.
Yeah, shout out to Before You Buy Game Ranks, which is a YouTube channel. The my number one place to go to for any reviews if I'm thinking about buying a game. Would highly recommend. But we watched the Before You Buy of Evil West, and this was a game that we talked about a couple months ago. Like we actually made one of our shorts about it because we were both pretty excited.
It caught my attention.
Yeah, and then out of nowhere, we were back just kind of doing some research, figuring out.
Now it has my curiosity.
Yeah, but it's out now. Like
it's out?
Yeah, we missed. It's out.
Oh,
Exactly, right? Like we missed that. We were excited for it. We were going to stay tuned on it. And then it's out. Mm-hmm. And it's because they tried to hop in on that early November list. Yeah. So it got lost. I mean, Evil West is a new idea, new-ish. I mean, obviously there's been Westerns and obviously there's been vampires. A very Van Helsing style thing.
I wouldn't even say it's a new idea. It just seems to be taking a lot of old ideas and putting them together very well.
Yeah. It was just like a blender of genres.
Yeah, it was like if Wild Wild West with Will Smith had vampires.
Right. Yeah.
Boom.
Very. What's a good way to put it? It felt very Gears of War-y with more of a dodging, like Remnant. If you played Remnant from the Ashes, it was extraordinarily similar, but with a much better melee system.
Okay.
Did you ever play Remnant from the Ashes?
Yes, I did. Okay. Yeah, it is. It is very similar to that.
It's just guns with, like, Dark Souls with guns.
Yeah.
Is a good way to put it, mixed with, like, the new God of War.
Yeah.
It looked very fun, but it got lost because there's too many video games out now.
Yeah.
Like, I was interested in it, but I bought God of War and I bought Pokemon.
Yeah, I bought Pokemon.
Yeah. Like, we don't have the money to buy tons of games or the time to play.
It's the time is the main thing. I could earn $60.
Yeah. But what? Where was that going?
Check me out. Find me on feetfinder.com. Hashtag gamerboy ooh stinky.
But yeah, it got lost. And I think games like that need to focus on like a mid-year release. Yeah. Because I'm sorry, if you're competing with God of War and Pokemon, two of the most established names in games right now, you're gonna get lost.
You got balls on you.
Yeah, but you're gonna get lost, and there's just too many games.
Yeah,
like it's to the point where you got to pick like one or two, and that's why the AAA game companies just keep getting bigger, because why would you risk it on something that may or may not be okay?
Well, because I got excited, and this was like a mid-year game that came out. The Werewolf game came out. I bought it immediately. I pre-ordered it because I was like, all right, man, like I love Werewolf. I want to support the publisher. I want there to be more Werewolf games. So let's go ahead and played it, and it's
not great.
Bad.
Yeah.
It's very repetitive. It feels like the good Spider-Man game back in the day. Not like the new, but like that old of a game.
Yeah.
Like where it's like, oh, that you guys didn't try very hard.
But yeah, the funny thing is that the Werewolf game, it got categorized as like it felt like a 360 game in all the bad ways. Like the graphics weren't good.
They were not.
It was slow.
It was slow.
A lot of people said that there was like the thing that interested me the most about it was the stealth mode. You could be like a human, you could be a wolf, which was the stealth mode, or the werewolf, which was pure combat. I thought that was a neat, little flair on it, but apparently the stealth was non-existent to pointless.
It was very pointless, and a lot of it was like, well, you're going to get into a fight anyways.
Yeah.
Just go.
Yeah, just go. And then Evil West in all the reviews are, this is a refreshing look back at like the simplicity and the fun of just a hack and slash game.
Yeah. So this is for dads.
Yeah.
This is
right. They just don't have the time to mess around with it.
You got grass stains to get on your New Balances, so we'll keep this tight.
Yeah. But it looked good. The combat looked real smooth. The graphics and some of the monsters that they created looked pretty
very interesting. Like
the leech idea, really neat.
Yeah.
If you go look up reviews, it's like the common enemy. Really just a good twist on some common ideas.
Yeah.
Very neat.
And it did, like, you have to have workarounds to defeat enemies, but it's not like overwhelming. Like, because in the Spider-Man game, you have to do a certain moveset to do shield breakers. This one seems like you can do it quicker.
Yeah.
Or you can just shoot the bejesus out of them.
Yeah.
You got bullets, boy. Use them.
I noticed a lot of parallels with the new God of War, though.
Yeah.
Like a weird.
Hey, good artists borrow, great artists steal.
Oh no, for sure. I get it. But like the like hook, and then he like threw a thing out, like how Kratos kind of used the like, little things like that. The way that he opened chests is what really gave it away. Because in God of War, it was a meme that he would walk up to a wooden chest, punch a hole through it instead of opening it, and then grab the money out. And we were watching this trailer, and he walks up to a wooden chest, and he punches into it, and then he tears the side off of it and grabs the money out. And I'm like, that's on that borderline where it's like, you did that on purpose. Like, you're telling me everyone that worked on this game, there wasn't a single person that was like, isn't that kind of exactly what God of War does?
But they were like, but they didn't copyright that, so it's ours now.
Yeah.
But it's also like, if you had a big electro power gauntlet that could punch through boxes, you left money in there, and you didn't have to have any kind of give a shit what you're gonna punch through it.
I mean, I get it, but it's one of those things where you start picking out the similarities like that, and you're like, that's kind of on the nose.
Yeah.
Because the layout and everything looked very God of War. Like in the bottom left corner, there was the 4 for the up, left, down, right for the D-pad to switch your weapons and show your icons, the health bar, the stamina that looked vaguely rage bar-ish. Like it borrowed a lot of, good ideas. It's a good layout. It's
because God of War did it so well, it's now a standard.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's it. And I think the only reason you're really, really noticing it is because it happened to come out at the same time. That's just a releasing issue. Maybe. Yeah. Like if it came out 6 months earlier or 6 months later, you'd be like, oh, it looks familiar, but
that's true. That's very true. I'm guessing God of War is going to have the same effect that Resident Evil 4 did for gaming. Because after Resident Evil 4, everything was a third person shooter.
Yeah, so it's going to have a lot of guys being like, are those ballistics?
Yeah. yeah. But yeah, after Resident Evil 4, there was suddenly this gigantic push for third-person shooters.
Yeah.
Which it's my favorite genre, so I'm glad. Or third-person, not shooters, but third-person games are my favorite.
Which is just, we're back at it again. It's one of those, I think it's one of those ideas that's really good, and then gets executed so poorly it gets dropped, and then back, and then it comes in waves.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, that was really the biggest thing that we wanted to talk about off the top was Evil West, because it looks good. Like I would, just from the reviews and what I've heard about it and what GamerRank said, I would, if somebody asked me if I should get that game, if you've got the money, it looks good. Yeah. I would if I had a bit more cash to spare.
Sure, and it breaks down roughly to $6 an hour per entertainment.
Yeah, which is a good deal.
Which ain't bad. Not bad.
It's not bad at all.
I like to be a little stingier, but that's just me.
Yeah, ever since Persona 5, I've got a bit of a skewed reality for how long a game should take.
How long's Persona 5?
By the time I beat the campaign, I had 156 hours.
No.
In the game.
No. Why? Why?
It's so good. It's one of my favorite games of all time. It was during the pandemic.
Okay.
during the 2 weeks to slow the spread.
Sure.
It came out, and I played it for those 2 weeks.
Yeah, I did. I guess I did with Animal Crossing.
Yeah. Because Persona 5 Royal came out, which was similar to Persona 5. It just had 2 additional chapters and a bunch of extra content.
Okay.
But
Apparently a ton of extra content.
yeah, but how much does that break down to? Like, I paid $80 because I got all the DLC.
Okay.
Which was all cosmetic stuff.
Sure.
But I was more than happy to pay it because Persona's incredible.
Yeah, you're a big fan.
Yeah, so that's literally, let's see.
Are you doing the math or am I doing the math?
I'm doing it in my head really quick. That's less than two, because if it's $80, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's cents. That's not even $1 for how much time I have in that game.
Yeah.
Because that was my first playthrough. I've got around 300 hours on it now because I beat it twice.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I'm literally less than $1 an hour of entertainment value. I 100%ed it. Like, there's 2 levels of 100%ing that game. There's the achievements.
I'm going to let you keep talking because the more you talk, the cooler you are.
I know. I know. Just calm down, ladies. But
that's why I have to have a lock on the door.
yeah. But there's 2 ways to 100% it. The achievements, relatively easy. You can get all the achievements on one playthrough if you try real hard.
Okay.
Easy. The in-game achievements, like there's a hub that you go to and there's like awards on the wall for like kill 1,000 of this enemy, max out this thing. It's all the nitty-gritty stuff that now games just bloat their game time with, is in the game in its own achievements that nobody else can see. And I got all of those as well. Like, it was
What? I don't.
it's such a good game though.
You're like, I did a live Pokédex. I did all the achievements that no one else can see.
Yeah, I like the extra challenge. Like, I like making games just a little bit more difficult. Right? Like, I played the new God of War on not the hardest difficulty, but the second to hardest difficulty. And it's brutal. I can't imagine what it's going to be like on the hardest difficulty. But just the extra little challenges is what makes it that much more fun. Like Dark Souls. I do it with every Dark Souls game.
Yeah, it's weird to
You
me.
beat it once normally, and now I'm going to do it naked with a dagger and a shield.
Yeah.
Like, it's just the extra layer is that just much more fun.
When you said that, I imagined you were just not in game. Like,
No.
you were just naked with a dagger.
On the couch.
Yeah.
Right. And as soon as I die, it's just, right in the leg. But yeah, no, I think it's important to have the less bloated stuff now.
Yeah.
If you think about it, $6 an hour for entertainment is really good for
Not
a video
bad.
game.
Well, hell, every time I leave the house, it costs me $50.
What, just to drive down the street?
Well, I mean, no, but it's like, not even that, but it's like, so, bro, I've been doing comedy so long. I was going to my home club and they usually give me drinks, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
And I got charged for one because I just wasn't, it wasn't it was a new guy, and he charged me. He goes, "All right, that's $7 for a Miller Lite," and I was like, "This is a comedy club. Ha, you got me. Good joke." He goes, "What?" And I go, "What?"
Yeah. No, it is kind of funny though, because especially if you perform at a place that doesn't pay for drinks and stuff, it's a courtesy to get a drink. Like at the establishment. At least I've always kind of viewed it that way.
Oh yeah. No, I like to support. Well, like I go to open mic. Typically, I'll go there. I'll eat and drink, or I'll just drink. And either way, it's not cheap because I'm a big boy.
You're spending money for a thing that doesn't give you a lot of money.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, it's supporting the venue.
Yes.
Because you need the venue to do open mics. So even if here's the thing too. Even if you're getting free food and drink, I still tip I tip a bunch because it's like, I want you guys to like me.
Yeah, if you get free food and free drinks, it's easily half of whatever I would have spent on that stuff.
Yeah.
Is going to be a tip.
Still a good deal.
Yeah,
Still a good deal.
I just view it as a 50% off coupon.
Yeah. Anyways, Pokemon.
Pokemon, go for it.
Yeah. So I've been so Pokemon's come out and I'm enjoying it a lot.
Love it.
But there are a lot of complaints online.
Yep.
About performance issues
They are
and graphics.
babies. That's what they are.
Whoa, hold down that harsh language there, Tyler.
Yeah.
There are a couple
Yep.
soft bottomed baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
They want a bottle.
So you go ahead and give your opinion, and then because you are jumping in on this from God knows how long ago.
30 years.
Yeah, exactly. A long time ago
Yeah.
for Pokemon. I have played every single generation. So I think our perspectives on this game are going to be different.
Yeah. So the main complaints right now people are having is like stuttering, clipping. I think there's some clipping issues, but I haven't experienced any of those. Stuttering, clipping issues, and just kind of how like the graphics themselves or some of the ambient stuff is bad.
Yeah.
Like they're very not great.
Okay.
I see all those things, but they don't really bother me.
Yeah.
Because what it used to be compared to what it is amazing. The gameplay itself is super fun.
Yeah.
The things they fixed from A to G, wherever we're at right now, is really cool. I don't have to go to a Pokemon or the Poke Center to swap Pokemon now. I don't have to do this. I can rename them whenever I want. Yep. And I didn't know this like at the time, but like looking back, it's like, oh yeah, they had all those specific spots because you had to have save code. Like it's extra code to just walk around with all that extra power in your pocket.
Yep.
But I think it's great. I do think some of the graphics are a little bad, but they're not being dissuaded from improving.
Yeah. I think...
Or dissuaded from not improving.
Yeah. I think Pokemon, for all intents and purposes, is moving in the correct direction.
I agree. The game itself is super fun.
It's so fun. It's so incredibly fun. I don't go to Pokemon for AAA amazing God of War graphics. I don't.
But it is a AAA game, though.
To a certain degree, yeah. I mean, it's definitely a AAA when it comes to like the studio and the money behind it. But
did you just go?
Point.
Yeah, you're like, oh no. Well, I just talked myself out of my point.
No. I understand the perspective, and I understand why it is a valid argument to some people. Mm-hmm. That's not what Pokemon has been, but it's what they could be. You know,
yeah.
If they released a Pokemon game that was just to the nines, amazing graphics, and then it went back to this, I would understand a bit more.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Like if God of War came out and it had Pokemon level of graphics, I would be pissed because they right?
I'm just picturing that now.
Yeah, it'd be awful.
Curtis is walking, but it's just like that weird stiff arm and leg, just glide.
Yeah, just gliding. But like they've set a precedent for what their style of game is.
Yeah.
We have had 2D Pokemon games for an eternity. Mm-hmm. They had some 3D for like the GameCube that were pretty fun.
But those were not the traditional Pokemon game.
Correct. Which are always, in my opinion, a bit better than the traditional Pokemon game. But that's a whole different topic.
Sure.
But Sword and Shield, for me, was very disappointing as a first ever console Pokemon game. It was a 2D game that was just worse off overall. It had some cool ideas. I liked the open world area and Pokemon spawning in the overworld. Mm-hmm. Outside of that, very bland, by the numbers Pokemon game. With what this one was trying to do and moving in the direction that they're going, I am completely okay with graphical glitches because this one truly is the first open world.
Which I'm loving it.
Yeah. It feels very much like what Breath of the Wild did with Zelda.
Mm-hmm.
The reason that Breath of the Wild very intelligently didn't have these same issues is because they reused assets like crazy, right? Like if you really break down Breath of the Wild, you fight 4 enemies.
Oh, okay.
Right? It's the Bokoblins. I think that's what they're called, Bokoblins or something like that. And then you knew how hard they were going to be because if it was red, it was easy. If it was blue, it was a little harder. Like, you know, it's the
I see what you're saying.
It's the same enemy.
Yeah.
And then the big one with the club, the lizards, the bats, like it was all very simplistic and reused assets like a mother.
Yeah.
Like and because there's not many assets, it made it easier
to make them look better.
Yeah, and made it smoother overall process because it only had to process 4 or 5 things at a time. Mm-hmm. Pokemon, and I know it sounds like I'm making excuses for them.
Well, I mean, it's a good benchmark, and they can patch things out.
They can.
B, now next time they know they're getting flack for it. So hopefully next time they go, well, let's not do that.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things that could improve Pokemon is reusing. They need to reuse more assets for background stuff Because Pokemon's problem is you're running around or you're on your ride Pokemon and there's like one tree. Just reuse assets and make like a forest. You know, like they can do stuff like that. But instead, they dedicated code to a tree in a barren wasteland. So like I understand the graphical complaints, but where we were with Sword and Shield to this game is so much better. It's so much better that I'm okay if they need time or another game to figure out how to bring the graphics into this style of game.
Yeah, I think if they release this just like copy paste for the next one, disappointing. Yes. But if they fix the graphics and use this as a good benchmarker, good. That's great.
Yeah, because the open worldness of this game is so incredibly fun. I love because mine is Miraidon and yours is I can't remember because we got Scarlet.
It's also Miraidon.
Is it?
I think the same name, but mine's purple.
No, it's a different name.
I
know it's a different name for sure because it's 2 different dex entries to complete the Pokedex. But like that idea, and as you defeat the Titans, you get more abilities and you can traverse the world better.
Yeah, which does feel cool, to be honest. Like being able to climb up the walls on your I'm a dude.
Right. So people are complaining about the graphics, and I get it. But now we have a Pokemon game with more than just an 8-badge storyline with the Elite Four. We now have 8 badges. We've got Team Star is kind of dumb.
Beat 'em.
Not gonna lie, don't like them. Team Star, pretty weird. But like taking out their headquarters, cool idea.
That is fun.
I like going to the headquarters and being like, oh, I am taking out an organization. And then the Titans and getting the abilities. Like there's 3 distinct storylines in this game. They're doing so many good things.
Yeah. Well, and those storylines unlock next parts to things too.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I still haven't made it to Area 0 yet because I blitzed the Titans.
Yeah.
I've only done like 3 gyms, but I've got
did the gyms, did the Titans, did the Team Star.
Yeah. I should have done the gyms first because that is what allows you to train Pokemon more and catch bigger ones.
Yeah.
But I was doing those Titans that like last Titans level like 55.
Yeah.
And I was killing him with like a level 35, like the new like Wooper.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I just poisoned him and waited him out. like I just want my bike to be cool.
Yeah. Well, having that helps so much. So I'm like, I get it. But that's the one great thing is you can do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Because I do like how it's specific. Team Star gets you more TMs. Gym badges get you better Pokemon and more things to buy.
Yeah.
Titans literally upgrade your vehicle.
Yeah. There's already challenge runs for this game that kind of piqued my interest.
Like what?
Like
God, I'm so sorry I asked.
So the one that I like to just keep things short is when you defeat a gym, it lets you catch overworld Pokemon at higher levels and they listen to you. So what people are doing is they're trying to do a no gym run where they do everything in the game with no gyms. And one way to do it is to obviously just use all the Pokemon you catch at the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
Or you could get really good at catching Pokemon and being sneaky about it, catch the Pokemon at the higher level, make them have an egg, and now you have whatever Pokemon you want below the level 15, right? Because you didn't acquire it at the level above your gym.
Yeah.
So you could have pseudo-legendary Pokemon if you make them have an egg. That egg's level 1. You now have it, so you can have whatever Pokemon you want with no gym badges. And just little stuff like that people are thinking of creative ways to just...
It's weird, yeah. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Not for me,
obviously the Nuzlocke. Nuzlocks will always be part of it.
Why is it called a Nuzlocke?
Nuzlocke Run is derived from when the idea was born because Ruby, from, Ruby and Sapphire's first Pokemon caught is a Seedot or a Nuzleaf, right?
Okay.
And apparently Lost was very popular at the time. So they just took Locke from John Locke and Lost, and they called it the Nuzlocke Challenge.
What? What is that?
I don't know.
That makes no sense.
It doesn't at all. And I want to go I'm going to go on a deeper dive because that logic, I don't understand how that has anything to do with the rules. Because the rules are you catch the very first Pokemon in the area. That's it. Whatever you find first. If it's a repeat, that sucks. You done goof. You can only catch the first Pokemon you see in the area.
All right.
If a Pokemon faints, you release it. It's gone forever, or it goes in the box. And yeah, it's just like a bunch of rules to just make things a bit more concise and difficult. But
it's named because of a Pokemon you catch.
A Pokemon that your rival catches.
That your rival catches?
Yeah, Ruby's first Pokemon, which I think that might be a manga. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'll look more into it.
Yeah, I know you will.
Yeah. And John Locke lost.
That's...
Why?
Well, that's going to do it for us, nerds.
Yeah, that's kooky.
That is weird.
But let us know if you do any of those challenges like Nuzlocke stuff. And let us know what you think of the show. Like, if you leave a comment, and even if it's just like, hey, guys, I like what you're doing, but maybe a little bit more of this, maybe a little bit less than that, just let us know.
Yeah.
Because we want to make this show better. Like, we want everything to be better about the content that we're creating.
Yeah. The only critique we don't want right now is more news.
Yeah.
Till December. I'm like, well, we're trying. We are trying.
Yeah.
But yeah, leave a review. If you leave a 5-star review on iTunes, we'll read it out on air. I believe we have some, but they take a while to post. So people have told me like I left one, but
nice. So we'll come up that next week. We'll check that out.
Other than that, we got a lot of really cool stuff coming up. I think we actually have 2 things officially locked in. We're doing D&D live.
Yeah.
Show called Monster.
January
18th at the White Rabbit. So if you are in Indianapolis, come on out to that. Tickets are on sale now.
$10.
And if you buy a ticket and send us a little snip that you proved it, you can name like a crit, a myth. You can make a magical item, name an NPC or like a location, like the bar or whatever.
Bunch of kooky stuff. We're trying to make this a live D&D crossover kind of like. The crowd is every bit as part of the show as we are.
Yeah. So we want it fun. We want it cool. And we want it to be like a show where you'll watch it and you're like, I have friends that don't even like D&D, but
it's going to be fun.
They got to come out. They got to see this. So that's our goal.
So very excited about that. Yeah. So another show that we have going on is February 3rd at Circle City Comics. We are doing a Magic the Gathering release show. We are stoked for that.
Yeah, it's going to be great. Tickets for that are $15, and you get a free pack of the new Phyrexia All Will Be One coming out. So it's a stand-up show that's worth $15 on its own. But if you come out, you get a free pack. And if you don't want your free pack, you can give it to me.
Yeah, exactly. That was one thing that we were joking about, is that there's going to be a bunch of nerds that can convince their friends to see stand-up and then just hoard all the packs.
Yeah,
so if you have that idea... There you go.
I told Tyler that we should just get paid in a booster box, and he said no. This is why we have 2 brains on this.
Yep, because if I get the money, you can still buy your booster pack.
But I was gonna really finagle it. Like we each get one.
Yeah, no, not this.
Okay.
We need more. Just money. It's for bills.
That is true. We are. Poor scrappy brats. That's why we're so scrappy. I'm really hammering the scrappy brat home at the end.
You are.
God, we should sit down and get a tagline. Hey, if you guys want to give us a tagline, let us know. Comment on the episode. Tell us what tagline we should use. You can email us at thenerdnewschannel@gmail.com.
Yep. Thank you, everybody, for watching. We appreciate each and every one of you.